All right, it's Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends, and I have on the phone with me Ralph Cooper of KCOH in Houston, Texas. Coop, how you doing?
Oh, I'm excited, Kyle, and it's great to hear from you. Good
Uh,
to hear you. Thank you.
Good, good. Well, Coop, we got exciting news. Guys haven't heard already that Jackson State's, or well, we should say former Jackson State's women's basketball coach, Tomekia Reed, is now headed to North Carolina with the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. The 49ers have picked her up as their new women's head basketball coach. Coop, what's your thoughts?
Well, she had a great run at Jackson State University, and you hate to see her leave the SWAC, the HBCUs. She was a model on and off the court for the SWAC and HBCUs. She took coaching to a high level, her coaching to a high level. What going undefeated in the SWAC the last 2 years, 95 wins, 10 losses. Also overall 125 wins and 54 losses. Again, you read where Jackson State didn't make her an offer while she was being interviewed for a couple of other jobs before she got this job, and you have to be happy for Coach Reed. It's a big loss for the HBCUs, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the route I was going into as well. I know that Coach Reed was frustrated with the lack of progress that was being made with the interviewing process, as well as with some of the decisions that were happening over at Jackson State. But you have to be proud of the fact that she stayed steadfast and she stayed committed to what she wanted to pursue, and as well as how she wanted to enhance her career. So I think right now, if you look at everything, Coop, on the landscape of HBCU sports, we lost a dynamic figure and we lost a tremendous voice for the game as well. What she's done over at Jackson State, playing LSU very tight a couple of seasons ago, and this season against UConn. It wasn't the outcome that she planned or wanted, but just to have her presence and know that we had someone who could be able to help the ladies compete at a high level was very good for HBCU sports as a whole. What's your thoughts?
And I agree with you. Um, you know, Although we've had our differences, I give the athletic director at Jackson State University credit for doing two things. He got Deion Sanders to come there and coach, although Deion said God sent him, but that's another story. But he got Deion to come there, and then he had Tomekia Reed. He had two faces, two huge faces, uh, great personalities who were tied in with the HBCUs and HBCU people all across the country were all excited. Even people who were not HBCU got excited with Dion and Coach Reed being there. Now Dion leaves the year before, and now you got Coach Reed leaving, and it comes back down to in my opinion, the black universities have to step up in regards to coming up with ways to get NIL deals and to make staying at these universities or coming to these universities a huge plus in regards to NIL deals. Coach Reed, I don't know how many NIL deals she had at Jackson State. I don't know how many Dion had. I know he had a few for the football players there, but they both have ventured off into places where those NIL deals will go up. Dion has proven it at Colorado, and I think she'll do it going into a basketball part of the country in North Carolina. It's Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah. And not only that, the NILs are attractive for the young people. Also, the facilities are an attraction too. Think about the resources that UNC Charlotte has been a part of that whole program with the UNC satellite system that they have. I think she's got to be in a great position. I know they are part of the new American conference there, but I really think all in all, she's going to put her footprint into that situation. And if you look at the last coach, she was there for 13 seasons. That's great to hear. Longevity is there. They don't make changes swiftly there, so they'll give her enough time to be able to get acclimated, build that program, and also if she does a well enough job, she may be in one of those power four positions within the next couple of seasons. So we haven't heard the last of and last from Tomekia Reed, and I think it's going to be great to see her career how it's going to be enhanced by going to UNC Charlotte.
And the other thing I see, I'm going to be watching very closely is during her tenure at Jackson State, she had assistants. And we're going to find out, I guess, pretty soon in the next year or so, while they were sitting on the bench with her, traveling with her, helping her make decisions, that they learn anything in regards to being able to enhance their coaching challenges also in becoming a head coach. Maybe one of them will become the head coach there. I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe one of them will be elevated, but we'll find out here soon. But the other thing about Tomekia Reed, she, the pride, the confidence, the charisma, she wasn't the most polished person in the world, but she was sure a long ways from being the worst. And she was good for tape. She had quotes she would make, and our players seemingly loved playing for her. So now that she has experienced the transfer portal, losing players and picking up players, going in North Carolina, like you stated, with better facilities, etc., that's going to make a big difference. And I think that's going to be a big plus for her also.
Yeah, definitely. 3-time HBCU National Coach of the Year, 4-time SWAC Coach of the Year, 5-time SWAC regular season champion. And now she's headed to the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, to guide the 49ers women's basketball team. Coach,
yes,
I just think it's a blessing.
And she said she was happy to be a 49er now. She thanked Jackson State. That showed a lot of professionalism in class. She thanked Jackson State for the chance they gave her to be head coach there. And that showed her class. And now she moves on. And I think this is a great position. You stated it earlier. She's coming in behind a coach who was there for 13 years. That coach has now moved on to the University of Marquette.
That's right.
And so both have paid their dues, getting promotions in two different ways. One from Jackson State, and the other one from Charlotte. So it's a great day for women's basketball. I mean, it's every day now. Think about it. This is the day of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
And I don't know what some people may say, well, it's not overshadowing something. I will share with people this in the Black community. This is a big story.
It
in
is
the HBCU community. This story is as big as the NFL draft today, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Jackson State's Vice President and Director of Athletics, Ashley Robinson, congratulated Reed. He said, "I want to thank Tomekia for what she has done for Jackson State's women's basketball. The work that she put in and during her time here at Jackson State is unmatched, and we wish her nothing but the best at Charlotte." Very good sentiments there. Tomekia Reed is a proven winner, and we will see how she gets the job done over with the 49ers. Cool. Any last thoughts?
Hey, again, we commend the athletic director. I mean, hey, got to give him credit. He was able to pull Dion in there and give him a chance. He was able to pull Tomekia Reed in as the women's basketball coach, and both have moved on to positions that they got thanks to the jobs they did at Jackson State University. So that's a big plus.
Yeah, that is two huge feathers in his cap. And
right.
Tomekia Reed, like you said, she had 125-54 record as a head coach and 95-10 in the SWAC. And she's headed to the American Athletic Conference with the 49ers.
Right.
All right. Well, guys, we will keep you abreast on what's going to happen next with the Jackson State program, as well as if we get any word from Coach Tomekia Reed herself. I'm Kyle T. Mosley, HBCU Legends. That's Ralph Cooper of KCOH in Houston, Texas. Coop, thank you.
Thank you very much, Kyle. Keep up the great work.
You're welcome. Take care.